the 12 labors of Hercules. The first of 12 labors that Hercules was required to perform to kill the Nemean lion. The Nemean lion was a cunning and vicious monster in Greek mythology that was ravaging the region of Argos, devouring its herds and people. It could not be killed with mortals' weapons because its golden fur was impervious to attack. Its claws were sharper than a sword and could cut through any armor. It was the offspring of Typhon and Echidna, father and mother of all monsters. Other accounts mention Zeus and Selene as the lion's parents. Raised by Hera, the monstrous lion was laid upon the earth by Selene at Hera's request. Hera, angry at her husband Zeus, initially sent the lion to Nemea, where there was a large shrine for the god Zeus. The lion would ravish anyone wanting to worship Zeus. Hercules confronted the giant lion. He shot arrows against with no success, so he devised a plan. He cornered the lion in its den, then stunning it with his club, managed to strangle it with his bare hands. He tried to take its skin with his knife, but the knife failed. The goddess Athena advised him to skin it using one of the lion's own claws. Thus, he managed to take the skin and use it as body armor. It was said after its death, Hera, who despised Hercules, would place the likeness of Nemean lion amongst the stars as gratitude for its efforts in attempting to kill Hercules. Thus, the Nemean lion became the constellation Leo. So then, with that said, here we have Nemean lion, a limited release by the House of Argos. It was initially released in 2022, and it was a limited edition, and 2023 it was just re-released and sold out pretty quickly. And I managed to get my hand on a 30 mil because all of my Argos, which I just started to delve into, this is my actual first review of many for the House of Argos fragrances. Nemean lion. So here are the notes. At the top we have citrus, Scottish pine, labdanum, oak moss. At the heart we have clary sage, coriander and jasmine, pink peppercorn, juniper berry. At the base we have amber, Mysore sandalwood, leather, and musk. Now, the initial spray, I'm not gonna do a test of the atomizer because, like I said, this is a 30 mil, and the way this fragrance moves, it's gold. So I'm not gonna waste the sprays. If I'm gonna waste the sprays, it's on me, which it's already on me. That's my scent of the evening, actually. So here it is, Nemean lion, and it's a beautiful presentation. As you can see the detail, look at that. Isn't that something? Yeah, those little diamond nuggets in there, and there's the cap. It's beautiful, beautiful detail. As you can see, the presentation is one of the best, actually. Nemean lion. This is the review. So I'm wearing it. I've had it on for about a little over 2 hours. And as far as the fragrance goes, excuse me, it is a fall fragrance. Fall, I would say it's not a beast mode fragrance, it's an aromatic. It's very aromatic. And what I do get out of it in the opening is just a shot of citrus. I do get the Scottish pine, you know, because it adds a little bit of sweetness. Then you get, you know, a full dose of the labdanum, which is, you know, a leathery amber type smell. You know, you do get the oak moss, and you know, when you start getting towards the heart, which I'm in the second hour, so I'm well into the heart and base, and it is kind of herbal. It's there's a very, very slight animalic, but it's not, you know, a strong animalic. I'm thinking you're getting that animalic from the amber and the musks, you know, from the clary sage, and then you have a little slight bit of floral, which is the jasmine. There's a slight spiciness, and it's kind of balsamic. So, you know, that's where we are at the heart. You know, maybe some pink peppercorn and the juniper berries, adding that little spice and that, you know, the balsamic. It's really nice. And now, as far as the development of the fragrance itself, I'm going to say it develops well, but it borders from top to base. It can be a bit on the linear side. Now, you know, some fragrances, they open one way, and you know, the dry down it's you know, a bit more woodier, or it's a different fragrance. This one stays true through and through, from top to bottom. You know, there is a creaminess, and that's where you know, its limited development comes from. You get the Mysore sandalwood at the base. It's a creamy sandalwood, and you get the leather and the musk and the amber, which, like I said, you know, you get that throughout. I guess, you know, from the labdanum and the Scottish pine, and there's a slight sweetness. Projection, you have to spray a lot. You know, projection is arm's length, you know, right from the initial spray. That lasts for about, you know, an hour. I've worn this 3 times so far, and you know, I'm normally a heavy sprayer, but I decided I really didn't want to spray this too heavy because you know, I didn't want to waste it. It's such a limited release. You don't know when and if there's going to be a restock. So I did go kind of light on the sprays just because of that, because of the fact that it's a limited release. So yeah, it's a really nice fragrance. You would think maybe there's some oud in there, but you know, oud is not listed. There could be oud. Like I said, it is a fall fragrance. You can wear it in the summer. It's not a beast mode fragrance by all means. Yeah, so, you know, the longevity is about 6 hours, right? Then becomes a skin scent. It's a personal scent, I think. I don't think this is meant to be a people pleaser, just because of the fact that it is limited. I don't know of any limited edition fragrances that are aimed at being a people pleaser. So, yeah, they're, you know, the juniper berry, you know, it has that balsamic touch, and, you know, there's a little bitterness in the juniper berry, but it's really a fantastic fragrance, and I think it's definitely a no-brainer as far as the, you know, put your nose on it and purchasing it. There's a really good possibility that it would end up being a blind buy anyway, unless you tested it before if someone had maybe sampled you, you know, some of the fragrance. But more than likely, it'll end up being a blind buy, but it's a good blind buy. And you know, of course, we don't all encourage blind buys, but it is a really good blind buy. I don't go recommending blind buys, but I'm going to recommend the blind buy for this just because of the fact that it is a limited release. And, you know, Argos, their pricing is very reasonable. It's not, you know, a big price tag for 30 mil. It's reasonable and, you know, for a limited release. And yeah, so NEMEAN Lion. This is, it's a very nice fragrance. I'm happy to have it to my fragrance wardrobe, and I'll cherish this. And hopefully you can get your hands on it, because I think there's another batch on its way. NEMEAN Lion 2023, Argos. Thanks for listening or watching. Have a good night, everyone. See you next time.